When was the last time you called your bank? Hey, seeing as we're talking about them, or favourite shop's customer service line, and heard this. Yeah? You know that one? Hey, what about this one? Very good. Very good. Their song known as, apparently, Muzak. Yes? They're supposed to keep us on the line until somebody is ready to talk to us. In fact, in order to make this as authentic as possible, I did suggest to our team that music should be playing in the background all the way through this feature, but they said we don't do things like that, so I said okay. 11,000 businesses have found that dreadful call waiting music can turn customers off and lose customers' business. Surely Muzak is better than silence in the quest to be helped by customer service. Well, Jonty Pearce is the editor of Call Centre Help magazine and is on the line now. How are you, Jonty?
Very good indeed, very good indeed.
Well, you know, am I not typical of everybody? You put it on the windowsill on a loudspeaker and you kind of forget that it's there. It becomes a part of some background foyer music until you hear somebody go, hello, hello, and then you remember that you're on a call and you're on waiting and you grab the phone. Is that not the way for everybody?
I think it is for a lot of people. And the annoying bit is when you put it on loudspeaker, and then the music's playing away, and then all of a sudden it cuts to a message that says, oh, we realise you're still in queue, please hold on for a bit longer. And you think, oh, I was just through to someone then. So that can be...
It's worse when you do get through to somebody after waiting for quite a while, and then you get cut off, and you go right back to the beginning again. That's the one that frustrates me.
Yeah, that can be very frustrating. But there are some organisations that have got some quite good music on hold. It doesn't all have to be that sort of Muzak.
Hold on a minute. You and I are really going to have a conversation about the quality of the music when we're on hold, as opposed to the fact that they keep me on hold for forever and ever. Amen.
Yeah, there's a lot of issue, and you know, it's that call that says, you know, please hold the line. Your call is important to us, but your time isn't. I think is the message they're subconsciously giving you. Okay,
so who's got good music then? Oh,
well, yesterday our readers gave us a few tip-offs. So I gave a few phone calls yesterday called the Jamaican High Commission, and they play Bob Marley. Could You Be Loved, which I thought was quite a nice little touch for...
How long before you were humming along and saying, yes, I can be?
And I phoned the IKEA contact centre, and they play ABBA as their music. So
Money.
It was Mamma Mia they started off with.
And you were humming it?
It was quite an interesting one, because I actually had to phone them up. They answered me straight away, and I said... Oh, is it true you've got Mamma Mia on your music?
They pressed the button and said, you're being smart, so you can wait 15 minutes now.
So they actually put me on hold. They were a bit surprised on that. And then other companies, just instead of play classical music, Admiral play a sort of lovely classical soundtrack, which is the Star Wars soundtrack, which is composed by John Williams. And lots of people on Twitter have been liking that. But they've got to be very careful what they put on as music. My favourite was the post office. I phoned a few years ago to get my passport renewed, and they said, thank you for calling. You'll be in a queue and will be answered shortly. And up came Elton John's Rocket Man that said, and I think it's going to be a long, long time.
Somebody's got a sense of humour, haven't they? Don't shops, take it away from the phone for a minute. Don't shops invest hundreds of thousands of pounds to find out what is the right, appropriate music? And even restaurants. I was reading about Hakkasan the other day, investing, literally tens of thousands of pounds in order to find the right music as people eat. So it is quite an industry, isn't it?
Well, there is. I mean, there's a huge amount of research that goes on that shows that if you play music to people, they will stay on the call longer. For a sales call, it can be as short as 30 seconds, so extending that by a few seconds might get you that sale. And in a customer service environment, the average is about 2.5 minutes that people will wait. Obviously, if you've got a service problem, you'll be prepared to wait much longer. So, BT have got queues of 10 to 20 minutes currently.
Let's not just do BT. I mean, we're going to name. I think the ones that have kept me on the longest are British Gas.
Yeah, they're generally quite good, British Gas, but it all depends when you hit them. HMRC
Is there a good
real
time then?
slating for,
Is there a good time?
There are better times than others. Certainly, first thing in the morning is often quite good. Call centres all tend to get busy around 10 o'clock and 2 or 3 o'clock. The best time not to call is on the top of the hour. Lots of people, they watch a TV program, they turn off, they go and phone the call centre, or they're at a meeting at work. So you generally get answered better if you call something like about 25 minutes past the hour or 20 minutes past the hour. That can be quite good.
Okay, and just tell me, I mean, I know you came on to talk about music, but call centres generally on a much more serious side, there is a whole kind of resistance that's bred and developed a life of its own to call centres outside this country now, aren't there?
There is indeed, and a lot of companies have been realising that it's not just about doing the cheapest service. There's been a very big trend of bringing call centres back into the UK, and that customer service really matters.
And in terms of advice and help you can give anybody, anything that we didn't know before that you'd like to make us aware of now? What a fantastic job you've got, by the way.
Well, yeah, it's great. Certainly writing a letter can be surprisingly effective. It can be quicker to write a letter and send that off in the post than it is to call a call centre. And lots of call centres now are putting a lot of money in web chat. So you can go onto the website, start a chat. You'll often get through very quickly. And
very good, because you don't want this company's rubbish. Do you know what they've done? You don't want that on there, do you?
No, that's right.
Listen, we'll talk again, Jonty. Enjoy your evening, and thank you so much for your time. Jonty Pearce is editor of Call Centre Helper magazine. Oh, we should have had that on earlier. We could have talked about helplines, call centres, and all of that, couldn't we? Hey, but it would have been a moaning, and we don't like that.